Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to your November 2023 reading. It's taking me a minute to get used to saying that. I don't know if it's like that for everybody else, but I'm really having a hard time accepting that it's November already. Um, this year kind of felt um, like a void, like a timeline loop type of void. I'm trying to figure out the right word for it, like a wormhole. That's what this year felt like. This year felt like a wormhole. I felt like I was on one timeline when I started the year, and I feel like I jumped to like 4 or 5 different timelines in the middle of the year, and now I'm in a completely different one again. And I feel like part of that is because we are shifting energy so quickly right now, I guess. And there's a lot that's going on in November astrologically. Like we just got through eclipse season, and now, we would think, okay, everything's going to settle and we're going to figure out what we can fix after the dust settles. There's going to be this lull with Saturn stationing direct at the beginning of November. So there's this lull that's happening. Um, and there's just sort of a rearranging in November. If you would like to get your astrology based on your rising sign and your sun sign, I do that every month for the Patreon members, and we have mid-month readings as well. We are doing classes in the second tier, in the universe tier, and I'm actually going to start doing like live drum circles and live meditations in the second tier. And I'm going to try and, we're going to do this. Really wanted to do it for eclipse season, but I just could not. Like, eclipse season was really hard on me physically, like really bad. So, but anyways, we'd love for you to like have you guys Patreon. That's the best way to support us right now. I also have my readings open for November. The 6 month January through June reading is available. That is the only predictive reading that I do, other than like maybe a solar return. But this is a predictive tarot reading that I do, and I've been doing it for about 5 years, and it's really accurate, like freaky. Like I predicted the pandemic coming. It was weird. So anyway, it's a great reading. And yeah, it'll support me as well, getting through this winter and still working too. So Sagittarius, let's see what it is that you guys are surrendering. Oh, I thought I had the box here. So we're using the surrender cards. Do I have it down here? Oh, I don't know where the box is. Usually I have it sitting right here to show you guys. Well, we're using the surrender cards. It's power to surrender, and I'll find that box eventually. Let's see what it is that Sagittarius is surrendering for November. Your birthday. Wow, you guys got a whole bunch of cards. Your birthday is just around the corner. We're moving into the end of the year. Okay. Interesting. All right. So you guys got 4 cards. I'm a Sagittarius moon, so I always pay attention to these readings as well. So surrender to creativity. Let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. So surrender to creativity. Surrender unhealthy relationships. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. So surrender unhealthy relationships. Surrender fear. Let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. So surrender fear. And surrender comparisons with other people. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. Wow. I feel like that was like a whole reading in itself, Sag. We're going to get tarot still. We'll still do tarot, of course, but this really does. It feels like it's the entire reading just here in the oracle cards. The fear feels like it's the loudest, and it kind of makes me wonder if that may be why the creativity or the blockages are happening, or you're feeling blocked because there's a fear, there's an underlying fear that you may have. So let's see. And the surrendering of unhealthy relationships. Um, you really have to be honest and discerning with yourself when it comes to people these days. And I feel like keeping yourself attached to energies that are never building you up, and they're always siphoning off of you, and they're always draining you, and they're always like making it bad, like making you feel worse, right? Like one of the biggest things that I tell people is your sign that you're in an unhealthy or toxic relationship is one that you're like sick all the time, because the other person is constantly taking your energy. And if you're always sick all the time and the other person's taking and not giving back, and you're not even able to give back to yourself, that's a problem, right? And the other thing is, if you just genuinely feel bad about yourself all the time and your partner's not doing anything to like help that in any way and is actually like making it worse, um, that can absolutely be a sign of a toxic relationship. And we often think like, we got to stick it out, we got to stick it out, we got to stick it out. And I'm all for being loyal. I really am all for being a loyal person. And I think that there are other things that happen a lot these days as well. But I'm all for being a loyal person. But at the end of the day, you have to be loyal to yourself too. You just have to be. I feel like things are starting to like there feels like this balance that's happening at the beginning. All right, you guys, it's like the card, this reading's a little clunky. I say that and that flipped out. All right, so we got your reading out. Okay. Yeah, the reading feels a little clunky. I tried doing your reading before the eclipse and I couldn't. Like there was just too much going on, and it feels like it's the same. It's still the same kind of energy that's happening. So I do feel like there's a balance that is coming. And I feel like there's sort of this new foundation that you're building. So we have justice and we have the 8 of Wands. There's like a conversation that is had with someone and the energy opens up. I feel like, and that brings balance. It could have been a conversation with like a Libra energy, or even just the person that you're in a relationship with. Because we have the Lovers down here too, so it could have also been a Gemini, but it feels very air sign. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles with Justice and the 8 of Wands. So I feel like the energy is opening up. That 8 of Wands makes me feel like the energy is opening up, but I also still feel like it's slow. Sagittarius season, as we get closer into your season and like the planets start moving into Sagittarius, like Mercury moves on the 10th, I think, and then like the Sun and Mars move on the 22nd and the 24th. So like as the planets start to move into Sagittarius, they're going to square with Saturn, and that's slowing things down. Like you would think that we'd be speeding up with Sagittarius season, and that's not really going to be the case. Things are kind of slowing down a little bit, and the point is to pay attention. Don't miss the steps, don't miss the details, right? Like give yourself a little bit of patience and some time. We have the Lovers and the Queen of Cups down here in the bottom row, and then we have the 3 of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups. I do feel like there's I feel like there's a water sign here, or somebody that's like really intuitive, somebody who's very empathic that you're very close to. Could even be a Gemini energy that has some water in it. But this makes me feel like, Sagittarius, that you're starting a new foundation. There's something that you were emotionally invested in, and you're kind of walking away from that, and you're starting this whole new foundation with the Three of Pentacles. And that Three of Pentacles also includes new people, it feels like, because you're not alone in this new foundation that you're building, but it does. It feels like there's some new people. It could even be a collaboration, like you're walking away from one collaboration and you're starting another collaboration. But it does feel like there's some kind of interchange of foundation that's happening. And I think that that's helping to balance you out a little bit for this month. So let's clarify so we got Justice. Let's get the Eight of Wands and yeah. All right. So on Justice, ooh, look at that. Okay, so we have the Hierophant on Justice. For some of you, you're following through with a divorce or a separation. Could even be a separation from a Taurus. But this does feel like it will balance you out. But I feel like that's the follow through, or this is like what is happening. There's something that is being created here. For some of you, this is also going to be like leveling up with your spirituality too, and that's creating more of a balance, because when we're balanced, we're aligned, right? We're moving forward when we're balanced. On the Eight of Wands, there's the Five of Pentacles. Okay. So the Five of Pentacles can often make us feel like we're not good enough. It's like a lack mentality. It could very well be a real lack too, a lack of monetary funds, very well could be. But I do feel like the energy is opening up for that. And part of this is like I literally was, while I was holding the Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands, I literally wanted to say to be patient, that it's coming. The funds are coming, like things are going to start picking up. And part of that is by you just putting your head down and getting to work, and like not, really allowing yourself to kind of dig your heels into what you need to do to be focused, right? That Eight of Pentacles on the Knight of Pentacles, and not let yourself get distracted by things, right? A distracted Sagittarius is like mass chaos. Let's clarify the Lovers and the Queen of Cups together. Oh, look at that. And then we have the, okay, Eight of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. Okay. So there's some kind of closure that's happening in relationships for you, Sagittarius. There's some kind of cycle that's ending. The Nine of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. So there's like this overlying theme for you guys of overthinking in November. And the overthinking is going to destroy you. Like, you've got to stop. I'm just like, I'm I don't want to be like bossy about it, but a dear friend of mine said it this way to me once. She's like, I am going to be as soft as I possibly can for you, because everybody deserves to have some softness in life, but I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to be as soft about it as I possibly can. And Sagittarius, the overthinking has got to stop. And who am I to even talk? I'm a Virgo / Sagittarius. We all know that I'm doing the overthinking too. So I'm really talking to myself also. The overthinking has got to stop. Faith, right? That is who you guys are. At your core is faith. That it's going to be okay, that it's going, and especially because you show up for yourself, right? So there's a cycle of, for you, I feel like it's time for you to recognize your wholeness, because that Lovers card, yes, it represents Gemini. Yes, it represents the Lovers. you know, that soulmate relationship, that really close relationship, but it also represents the energies within us. And when those energies are not balanced within us, it's chaos for a Sagittarius. So closing the cycle on overthinking, closing the cycle on thinking that you're not good enough, right? Like you guys can literally accomplish anything and do anything. We got to close the cycle on not thinking that you're or thinking that you're not good enough. And then we have over here, we have the 9 of Pentacles with the 8 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles. For some of you, you're leaving a situation and you're doing things on your own now. Or for some of you, you're walking away from something that you are emotionally attached to because you have to build a foundation of success for yourself. There's something about, you know, having to show up for yourself here. That 9 of Pentacles with the 8 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles. That 9 of Pentacles is about being independent and abundant on your own. And I feel like there is a part of that that's happening for you this month. If you felt like there wasn't, you know, if you felt like you were attached to things that were not making you feel really good about yourself, it, you know, it feels like there's this freedom that's happening. The fear comes with the overthinking. And I feel like you're afraid because this is like a whole new journey that you're on. That, you know, bottom of the deck, we've got the 9 of Swords, we have the 9 of Cups, and we have the Page of Pentacles. And so I feel like with the Page of Pentacles, this is just the beginning of a new journey for you. It's the ending of a cycle. And I feel like it's the ending of a cycle of beliefs that you once held. And now there's this new belief system that you're building for yourself, and it's materializing into the material world, right? It's manifesting into the material world. So overthinking about what you want, right? This is just the beginning. So letting things flow, letting things work out, and having faith and knowing that it's going to work out. And you're like, Betsy, how do I do that? And I'm like, trust yourself. Have faith in yourself that you're going to show up for yourself. And the overthinking is what's creating the fear that it's not going to happen. So I love you guys. You know, I think that we're all going to sort of be different people at the end of this year and going into next year. I think that we are completely different people when we started the year. So take good care of yourselves. Thanks for hanging out with me. I would love to see you guys in some readings this month. And yeah, we'll talk soon. Bye.